This is Mike from instrumentalparts.com. We're going to show you now how to install our CDX transport replacement. Since Numark has now discontinued the actual transport replacements, the complete assembly here, we now have the internal replacements that you can replace on these units. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you how to install that. First, on the front, you're going to see 4 screws. You're going to pull those 4 screws out. Once those screws are out, you'll feel 2 tabs at the bottom here, and you're going to pull on the 2 tabs here and here to get the unit out. So now that we have the unit out, we're going to need to replace the laser here. So now we're going to go ahead and open up this drive here so we can replace that laser. Alright, now you're going to see 4 screws, one here, here, and here, and here, and they're holding the plastic piece on. We've already taken ours off, so now the plastic piece will come off, and it'll give us a little more access to inside so we can install our new laser here. Alright, now that we have that off, on top here, we're going to have a screw here and here. I've already taken them out. And there's a black screw here and a screw here. This is going to be, right here, these wires, they might be hot glued here. So you're going to have to pull that hot glue up and pull these up so you can get these wires out of the way. Once you have that out of the way, this little panel will come up. And once you get that panel up, this piece will pop off. Be careful popping this off because there's a lot of intricate pieces and springs inside here. So we're going to take that and move this aside. Now we're going to get into the inside where we can work on it, and as you can see, we're getting to the point where we can put our new laser in. Alright, this is the intricate part here. We got to get the clamp here all down. This little piece will pop up, releasing here. Then you can release this piece on this side, which will allow you take this piece and kind of bring it out of the way. There's a spring holding that on, so you're going to want to keep that there. That way you can just push it all back on. Like I said, there's a little piece where this releases here, and then that prong goes inside there. So now we have full access at what we're putting in here. You'll see the 2 screws here we're going to take out, and then we're going to set in our new one. You're going to see down here is the ribbon cable. The ribbon cable is just going to pull out and put in the new one the same way. Please note, on your new drive, you're going to see, sorry, I'm trying to find it on here. Right here, there's a piece of solder. This piece of solder here needs to be desoldered and taken off. That's to prevent any shorts or anything static or anything that might damage the drive and shipping. So remember, this has to be soldered off. So once we get these 2 screws out, we're going to go ahead and put our new drive in, and we're going to put everything back together. The hardest part that you're going to see to put back together is going to be this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and I'm going to show you how it goes. Now that we have our laser back in, we're going to go ahead and put everything back together. This is the most intricate part right here, pulling this thing down and just make sure that everything stays in place. You're going to put this right side, like I said, back into this little peg, and you can feel once this little peg down here gets in the right spot, you can kind of feel that the spring is starting to work properly. So now I got it in there, and I put this peg back, and you can see it's moving up and down. Alright, here's one of the harder parts here. You're going to see this right here. This peg, when we put this back on, has to stick through this hole right here. So you have the peg that sticks up, not the one that goes through, but the one that sticks up here. So it's going to go a little bit forward, facing towards the front of the drive a bit. And then when you put the top piece down, this peg will slide in through here, because when this moves, it's going to move that peg. So now that you have all that in, you're going to go ahead and put your top portion back on here. And you have 2 holes here, and the 2 screws that you took out here, you're going to put those back in. and the 2 down here. If I can find the right one. Sorry, I'm usually not this messy. Alright, now that those are in, and everything's on, I'm going to make sure this is kind of tucked away a little bit just so it doesn't get in the way. And now we're going to put our bottom plate back on. Using 4 screws, copper screws that go here and here. And then we're finished. Then we're just going to apply this back in and put the 4 screws back in, and there you have it. You can get these parts from instrumentalparts.com, and if you have any questions, please email us.